I'm Lee. No, but no, really, it is great to finally get to meet and hang. You know, we've had some dialogue and
yeah, we have
internet, you know,
Convo.
chatting. Yeah. So, but I feel like old friends, kind of.
Yeah, but that's what happens with the whole, you know, social media world is that people think we know each other from, you know, it's like, oh, I've seen you before. People come up to you over here and they go, how's it going, man? I was like, I sent you a message and, you know, we chatted. I'm like, I've never met you before, but you feel like you know people. And that's nice, man. It's good.
Yeah, well, then it's funny because, you know, I'm walking around here, I know I've seen it with you, you know, like, oh, you know, we were trying to chat whatever, Thursday or whatever, and it was like half a sentence and, oh, you're Pete.
Yeah,
you know, and it's everyone's starstruck, and I get it every now and then, but nothing like what you do, you know. And like, oh, you're the guy that owns Iconic Guitar. I'm like, how do you know? And you're like,
yeah.
Oh,
the t-shirts.
You know, like the you know, we get these shirts, and I'm like, I love that. My wife's like, don't you have any other shirts? And I'm like, I don't really like these.
I've always got t-shirts on from somebody else. You know, there's always a free t-shirt in my house stacked this high. You know. But it's fine, man. It's
yeah, absolutely. So absolutely, really, really great to get together.
Yes, absolutely. It's a pleasure.
We did NAMM a little bit different this year with Iconic Guitars. We've been down on the floor for years and years, and you know we've built from there, and that's why we're over at Anderton's. How you and I know each other from all these Anaheim extension, family thing or extended family things. But we want to do something a little bit different this year with this launch of the Playa, and I know you and I were talking about it maybe a couple of weeks ago. And this kind of came together where we're doing like the suite where it's super boutique. You know, we had some drinks, nice whiskey. We had the other day we had some wine, and it had it had a nice feel to it.
Yeah.
And but the guitars are special. So this is your first chance playing them.
Yeah.
So when we set out to make these, I wanted there to be, something that was visibly familiar. Yeah. Right. I know from an engineering standpoint where we are with these. Mm-hmm. We're a good long miles away.
Yeah.
I can take this guitar. It's not going anywhere.
No, I like that. That's very cool.
Right. So try that with some other types of guitars, and
I tend to do that.
Yeah, you get a little. There's a little bit of a butt dive. That's actually a hashtag. So
hashtag butt dive.
Yeah.
Careful with that.
No, so we understand. I've been playing guitar for now. I wish I was as good as the many years that I've been playing. I didn't put it that way. So I started playing guitar when I was 11, and for me, the first nice guitar that I had, I bought from my cousin, and it was a '78 Les Paul Custom.
Nice.
And the thing was like a quarter of my body weight at the time. Yeah. And I had to have a little wagon to carry the thing around. Yeah. So certainly, when we went after this, of all these initial 8 that we've done, there's nothing that's over 7.5 pounds.
All right, that's cool.
So really nice. We've done some things with chambering. We've done some things with alternative tone woods, and I talked about that in the launch video a little bit. We talked about the basswood thing was a really, really happy accident for this style of guitar. Yeah. And I was just sitting up here, not to name drop or anything, but Dave Friedman was over. And he's like, this thing is just rings, and he's just playing just like that, and he's like, what kind of wood is this? And I go, you're not gonna believe me if I tell you. And he goes, no, really, what is it? And I said, it's basswood. Yeah. And he goes, this is the one I'm ordering.
Because that's what you normally associate with more affordable guitars, isn't it?
Well,
really,
I wouldn't say that. I mean, you get some, prestige, Japanese, custom shop stuff. That's basswood. Yeah. I don't hear anybody yelling out to Steve Vai or Joe Satriani that tone sucks because they're playing basswood guitars.
It's just, I know wood makes a difference in my opinion. It does make a difference, but people seem to find ways of going, is this really basswood or basswood? Right. Really? You go, yep. And you know what? It's great.
Yeah, absolutely.
So just shut up and listen with your ears, and
So when you get the whatever the cork sniffer kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
Here, play the guitar and tell me it sucks.
But that's what it is all about, man. Play it, you like it, yes, then that's your guitar.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what it's made of.
We hit on we've got some beautiful mahogany.
Yeah.
Both of these just beautiful flamed figured mahogany pieces.
Absolutely incredible. What's this one here? I mean, this is different, but
we really found with the basswood, but then we've got some Carina ones, and some of the more conventional woods that you'd see in a single cut style set neck guitar. Also, was acutely aware that the person who buys either of these models,
Yeah.
it is a bit different than maybe somebody that goes into something
That's
like
gorgeous
this
as well.
You know,
Wow, look at
with
a bit more
traditional,
authentic.
Exactly. I think we nailed it on the modern stuff. And so you know our product line. You guys have been dealing with it for quite a while.
I love it. Yeah, it's great.
So we've got the vintage stuff, we've got the vintage modern, and then we've got the evolution.
Yeah.
So we just kind of forego the vintage in this series right now.
Okay.
And it's kind of by choice, right?
Yeah.
So I really have fallen in love with the back contours.
Great idea.
If we go in the things that we do in our vintage line, I'm going to have to remove these in order for it to have some vintage aesthetic. And I'm just not willing to do that because it's so dang comfortable playing. So those are going to stay. So we're going to do the vintage modern like what we have here that are kind of a hearkening, if you will, to the traditional.
Yeah.
And then the evolution series, which are like what you and I have now.
So this neck is slimmer. This neck is slimmer than this.
Yeah,
neck
we're doing 2 neck profiles right now. We may offer something, but we're kind of covering off on those 2 numerical years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And without getting into it's like 79 and 1979 and 1980, but 20 some odd years ago. Yeah. And so we wanted to have something hand-wise that felt really good. 12-inch radius.
Yeah.
Right now we're just really loading these with medium jumbo frets. It's our best-selling.
Are they steel frets or nickel frets?
We're doing nickel frets. We'll do stainless by request.
Okay.
I'm
a nickel.
I am too. I like to feel underhand.
Yeah, a little bit of resistance, not too much, but just a little bit.
Yeah, but if I had to, be a touring musician and I was out 250 gigs playing hours and hours, I might want to look at a stainless fret for reliability.
It's funny you say that because I've done many gigs on tour, right?
Sure.
Hundreds, thousands of gigs, and I've never had a fret job on any of my guitars that I've used on a tour doing 250 jobs. So it all depends on who plays it, how you're playing, because I've got friends who just go, there's months gone and then they need a new fret, new frets on it. No, I play very sort of softly, you do have like my personality. It's very subtle.
Very subtle.
Yeah, very subtle. Yeah, I feel like when you play something, you don't have to dig in very hard to get a tone out of it. I think maybe that comes with playing for a long time, but however,
but we have a good bit of people who literally won't buy. Oh, that doesn't have stainless on.
That's a lot. There's a lot of that.
Right, and but it's a personal thing. Like
Absolutely.
what you're saying.
Yeah.
I tend to prefer the way the nickel fret feels under my hand.
Exactly.
No, but if I liked the way the guitar played and sounded and felt, stainless isn't a
if
deal.
It came with it,
for me, it's not a deal killer for me.
No,
I'm not like, no, thank you.
Not, no. If it's 7.5 inch quarter or whatever, 9.5, whatever. If I like the guitar, then that's.
If it inspires me to play.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
If it inspires me, and I need that because I'm a terrible guitar player. I need all the help I can get these days. No, but I'm looking forward to hearing you play this. And wisely, we've only brought 1 amp to the NAMM show, so we're only going to get to hear Pete play. And that's all you get to hear, right? We partnered with Seymour Duncan on these as well. So on we used greenies in this. I thought there was a little funny thing, certainly this is not a greeny-esque guitar, but it is green. The back color is actually from a
that's wonderful.
1993 Ford Mustang Cobra.
Oh man, I love the car color thing.
Yeah,
I think it's a hog back to the old days.
Yeah.
But there's so many cool colors out there. Like, so with my guitar, I'm doing all the Porsche colors from the 70s.
Yep.
And you go, wow, that looks cool, man.
Absolutely.
And in the guitar, in a guitar, it's just something different, isn't it? It's difficult. It's like naming your kids, isn't it?
But it's also when it's like the story of my life is like cars, motorcycles, guitars.
I love it. Yeah.
So it kind of all fits the whole vibe of what we're doing.
Yeah. Same.
Our ethos, if you will.
Yeah.
I think we addressed some of the things guitar-wise.
Yeah.
That kind of like we've done with everything else. When I did the first vintage series guitar, which was kind of harkening to, you know, the 52T is what we used to call it back in the day.
Beautiful.
I have a personal trouble playing on a guitar with a straight 7 1/4" radius.
Yeah.
It's a hurdle I have yet to be able to overcome.
Yeah.
I started doing those with a 7 1/4 to 9.5 compound radius. And then I can bend, I can do my Gilmore stuff, and life is grand, and you know, I don't have to try to, you know, worry about getting up that hill and then fretting out. And because I don't play very often, I like to keep my action pretty low, so kind of like what you were just talking about, we play it quite lightly. So that's kind of always been a thing for me.
Yeah.
And then we did the 9.5 to 12, and then we've done 10 to 14, 12 to 16, 16. The flattest we've done is 20.
Wow.
On a 7-string though, but
wow.
But these, you know, coming right now with 12-inch, we talked about doing like a 12 to 16.
Yeah.
And then, you know, me, the 80s kid, I'm like, can we do a Floyd?
I could see this with a like maybe even a Bixby on it, or Floyd, or you know.
But let's listen to you play a little bit.
Okay, man. So this is now this, right?
Yes.
So that's.
So yeah, let's talk about that. That's good.
Yeah, because I just noticed.
So we kind of flipped it a little bit. So one of the things I have this theory, absolutely no basis in fact. it's a Kevinism, if you will. So I believe when that original guitar was developed, jazz was a much more prominent style of music. I believe the neck pickup was used quite a bit more.
Yeah.
Right? So if I'm playing on the neck pickup, I would generally want my volume and tone control to be the closest proximity.
Yeah.
As music has evolved, and we, you know, gratefully discovered, you know, overdrive and distortion and all those things, I feel we spend most of our time here now.
Yeah.
You know, with it, you know, even though there's nothing that says rhythm here, most rhythm tracks are played on the bridge pickup. And you get a little bit more bite and tone and all the things that we like there. So for me, you know, I'll hit up here and, you know, get into some of my slash stuff or whatever. Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
You know,
keep practicing.
But if I'm doing a majority of my playing on the bridge pickup, and I can swing it. You know, if you called me and said, "Hey, I'd like it the other way," guess what? Not that big a deal to change it. You know,
you can probably change it yourself if you're a little bit handy with it.
Oh yeah, little soldering iron, boom, you're good to go.
You don't even have to solder it.
One of the things, I don't know, maybe we'll put a poll up at some point, but the prototype had the knobs in a different location.
All right.
So this was the first one. We almost introduced this last year at NAMM. And we introduced some other mods, the Carlsbad and other stuff.
Yeah.
That you guys have gotten over at Anderton's as well. But so I was playing that, and I'm like, I have to go way over on the block to do any tone adjustment, volume adjustment, or anything like that.
Yeah.
So that was kind of good, but.
Wonderful.
Friedman small box, edge of breakup.
Yeah.
Ice cream, giving it a little bit of dirt on there, just a bit of reverb.
Yeah.
So as I mentioned, we're using Duncan activity. Your hands not happy yet.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going the other way.
Yeah,
they're great pickups. I really like
Duncan Antiquities in this one. Duncan Greenies in this. Really appreciated the relationship that we've developed with them.
Yeah, a good bunch of guys, aren't they?
Yeah, really are. So
yeah.
I think we've got some opportunities. You know, we've been using our own pickups for quite some time. I wanted something, you know, we don't do anything that's quite, you know, kind of that PAF, you know, antiquity,
very pure,
right?
Yeah.
So we don't do anything really in an offering of that on purpose, right? So when we developed the Revolution line of pickups, I'm like, does the world need another PAF clone pickup?
Of course it does.
Well, Damn it! You know, we've got something that's kind of vintagey wound, but you know, purposely not another PAF.
Yeah.
Right? So
there's a lot of them out there.
Yeah, and as we went into this, you know, we were all kind of talking around the shop. What should we load these up with?
Yeah.
Now, you know, we've got a couple loaded up here with some really hot output pickups for some more aggressive styling playing. But you know, you don't want a super aggressive pickup.
No. That needs to be quite tamed, if you will. Still since we are in Anaheim. These are great, man.
Yeah, thank you.
They are really good. They're really good.
So one of the things that you and I were talking about a little bit earlier, certainly we wanted to solve some problems, problem areas, right? And we're all very familiar with the head angle and braking and
snap, and the strings and all that stuff. Yeah.
So I think we did a really nice job.
It's a lovely headstock.
Thank you.
Definitely got the authentic essence.
Right. There we go. So but we kind of carry this through as well. You know, you see this head inlay.
Yeah, it's lovely.
So the town crest from where our headquarters is a wave.
Okay.
And all of the models, La Playa, the beach. So we're coastal Southern California.
Yeah.
We have guys that leave the shop and go down and take their hour lunch and go down and grab a couple of surf waves and come back and blah blah blah. So. This is, the wave, and it's just kind of carried through. We do it as an F-hole on certain models.
Okay, but so that goes through your whole model range names, doesn't it? It's
correct.
Some people.
Right. Yeah. So Solana is a very popular tourist beach, but it's also a really great surf break.
Yeah.
Same with Leucadia, Tamarack.
Yeah.
And certainly there's the cute little play on the words with the Tamarack being our T shape and Solana being our S shape, and we want there to still be that little bit of assimilation, if you will. And
that's a great idea, because you have to, it's difficult. It's like naming your kids, as I said. It's really difficult to come up with anything like and anything new, anything that's got story behind it, or like a thing, that's personal.
Well, I can't tell you how long we sat around and like, okay, well, what are we going to call the new model? This set neck, single cut, whatever, so names are going out. We're looking at Google Maps and, trying to, and we're like, La Playa. It's the Spanish meaning of the beach.
Okay,
that's the direct
translation. I really like it.
So it kind of goes in with that whole Southern California beach vibe of where we're at, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's the reference kind of in the reverence, and with all due respect, I do this because I'm a guitar fan.
Yes,
that's what got me into this. I love guitars.
Yeah.
And come to find out, we built some pretty nice guitars.
Absolutely.
At least so I've been told.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I can concur. I concur. You should drop that to D, really, shouldn't you?
Probably. Maybe a whole step and then. Still like a nice crunchy rhythm.
Yeah.
It's not loves the dynamics.
Yeah, and I go back there and I just whack that. That's great, man.
That's nice.
That's really cool.
Well, hey, I know you've got places to be. I'm gonna go get some dinner. As you can see,
Absolutely.
my wife has just walked
Here we
in.
go.
So hey, I really do. Again, I wanted to just thank you
thank
for,
you so
for coming
much.
by.
No, man, it's my
It's been an honor. You know, and it is like kind of what we talked about at the beginning. I mean, I feel like I've known you for a good bit now.
Yeah.
So looking forward, maybe we can get over there and do this over at your place.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do it. Thank you very much, man.
No, thank you for coming, Pete. Appreciate it. Thank you guys all for checking this out. The Playa launch 2023.